office.
Yeah.
And now it's in central bank.
Correct.
How many days does it take at the central bank before it can be, given to the shipping company also?
Okay, it depends on the buyer's payment because the payment must be clear first. The gold stays at the central bank. Okay? So, the buyer has to pay the gold to the owner of the gold. He has to transfer the payment from his bank account to the seller's bank account. So, it depends on the time difference on transferring his payment. Because sometimes it takes 3 working days. So, when I was there, we stayed there for 9 days.
Yes.
Because the delay of the time difference. Sometimes holiday on the other end. So the payment must always go to the correspondence bank in New York. So the buyer has to wait for the clearance of his payment to be cleared before the seller will process the export documentation. Yes.
Okay.
So once the payment has been cleared, then the seller will process the documentation. It would take 48 hours. Yeah. And then the armor car will carry to the airport. From the central bank to the airport, the armor car will carry the gold. You will not carry the gold into your car because that is money. You might be hold up.
So you might just meet the robbers on the way.
Yeah.
They get the gold.
Yeah. Even the Malaysian guy, he purchased a 2019 of 2 kilos. The gold was being carried by the armor car. I put that on my page. Yeah. And the gold was being handed over to him inside the custom. Yeah. My boss was inside the custom. I was outside. Because you are not allowed. The only thing allowed is the seller and the buyer. Yeah.
Only two.
Yes. And then the custom inspect all the paperworks, and then the custom rubber stamp, and that's it. He hand carry and he brought it to Malaysia. Yeah. Simple. Only the buyer complicated when he doesn't have the money.
And just so for clarity, during the if maybe let's say instead of 3 working days when the transfer is being awaited, within that time when the gold is with the Central Bank of Guinea, does the seller have to pay for storage costs or anything like that?
No, there's no storage anymore because you pay the gold. Yeah. So let's say 100 kilos, you have to pay the storage. Let's say you're gonna use other shipping, so you have to communicate with the other shipping agent because my seller has his own shipping company. Yeah.
No, I mean like when it's still with central bank, so there's no charge with to do with storage.
There's no charge
with central bank.
No, there's no charge. The seller's responsibility. Yes.
Okay.
The seller's responsibility. That's why our price is really premium. Yeah. Is that all you want to ask, Christian?
Yes. I think on the process from just to sum it up on this question, what you are saying is the first step is to put in an order.
Correct.
And then you inspect that order.
Correct.
After inspecting the order, you have to make a down payment for the order.
Correct.
Then from there, from seller's office, all this will be happening in seller's office, not in hotel, not anywhere else. But
the seller's office, yes.
Yes. In seller's office. Now, from the seller's office, after inspection and down payment, which is critical, down payment is very, very critical. We move from the seller's office now to the Central Bank of
Guinea to ask the gold. Yes. Let's say the buyer, sometimes the buyer can make a commitment of $5,000. Okay, assuming you're gonna buy today, our selling price is 54,000 times 100 kilos. That is already 5,400,000. So, before you travel, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a 5,400,000 in your bank account?
Yes.
Because how are you able to pay?
You're gonna have that money on the bank account.
Yes, your bank account. You have to show me your financial statement. There's no point to invite you if you don't have 5,400,000 standby in your bank account. There's no need.
There's no need.
What a waste of time.
So, according to according to what you have been explaining from the central bank, now we have to wait until the process of bank to bank
payment. Yes.
That is the payment is done.
Yes.
As soon as the payment is reflecting in the seller's account, now then the central bank would start to process the paperwork.
No, the seller will start to process the paperwork, and the central bank will give the seller a certificate. Yes, because the seller will pay the taxes to the central bank. Yes. So when you make a payment, the seller will pay all the taxes. You only pay the shipping cost and insurance. Yes. There's always value-added tax. So you have to pay the gold so that the seller can do the movement, because that money that you're going to make a commitment is going to use that to process all the export documentation. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the buyer misunderstood. Yeah.
Okay. So as we are awaiting the documents, we will also be waiting for the money from the side.
Correct.
For the taxes.
Correct. I'll give you an example.
And then,
you are in a construction business. You are selling properties, right? So, assuming I'm the buyer in Botswana, I come to your country. I'm an expat, so I want to buy properties. You're gonna guide me to look at the property, the house, 4 bedrooms, 2 the garage, and the land is 700 square meters. So I have to inspect the house. I would like to see how many bathrooms and how the rooms are spacious. So when I like it, you're gonna have a contract with me as a buyer, and then you're gonna ask me, okay, well, Amina, you like this house? I need to make a down payment, isn't it? As a commitment, as a reservation.
yes.
So I'm going to make a down payment of 20% so that the house will not be taken away from me. Does that make sense? I'm giving you an example.
Yes, it does.
So the contract is subject for finance because I'm going to borrow money in the bank. Let's say the house in Botswana is $500,000. So I have to go to my bank to borrow the balance, but the bank will say, okay, well, Amina, what is your asset? What is your guarantee, your collateral? So I have to show to the bank that I have an asset. Going back to gold, gold is an asset. So you have to have a paper money to buy that asset because gold is an asset. See? You got my point here?
I do.
So that is how it works.
So now that we have explained the process with Guinea Conakry, is it the same process in Mali as well?
No, the process in Mali is different. Okay. Now in Mali, the same as well. You sign a contract. You have to place an order. Now in Mali, the 3 refineries in Mali, Marina,
yes,
KMR, and DNGM. Now KMR came to Mali 2013, I think, 2013 or 15. And Marina came to Mali to open the business 2015. That is private. They created the refinery in order for them to buy gold in behalf of their client to refine it into gold bullion. Right. So when they refine the gold, they sell it to their own customer of 2%. Now, you are buying to a local refinery, local miners. So they wouldn't deal KMR or Marina. They are dealing with DNGM because that's their obligation. They are dealing with the government. So the DNGM will test the gold and they will give you the asset report. If you want to buy gold to use KMR or Marina, you have to pay first the gold before you're going to bring it to Marina or KMR. That is your job. Because my seller would not deal KMR or Marina. That is a competition. That is business competition. So if your buyers are, okay, I want to buy gold in Mali, I want to use KMR, fine. Test first in DNGM, you pay first, and then you bring it to KMR. That is your job. Then you organize the armor car. KMR will pick it up, the gold to DNGM, but you have to pay first the gold. Because the seller would not give you paperwork that you have paid the gold. You got me?
Yes.
I
do.
So there's a lot of buyers thinking that, oh, bring the gold to KMR. No, the seller would not bring it. I know because I called the KMR. They have their own policy. The buyer that want to bring gold in KMR, he has an account. You never know, he might sell it to KMR. That is a business. But before you're going to sell the gold to KMR, you have to pay first the gold. Yeah.
Yes.
It's up to you to sell it. You pay first. Then the seller will give you paperwork and you sell it to KMR or Marina. That is your job. But we will not give you the gold unless it's fully paid. See?
Right.
So you got my point?
I do. So the process with Mali is that, can you just roughly summarize the process with Mali? Because I think we have explained thoroughly with Guinea Conakry now, so that, I mean, everybody here as well.
Well, in Mali, okay, in Mali, you're gonna place an order. So, Wilhelmina, I would like to place a reservation about 100 or 50 kilos. Okay. So our selling price as today, we are talking as today, the February the 3rd. Our selling price is 54,000 times 50 kilos you're going to buy. That is 2,700,000. Tax inclusive. Okay? You pay $100 to acid the gold, whether to acid the gold in Conakry or Mali, $100 per kilo. So, on 2,700,000, $1 times 50, that is 5,000, isn't it? 100. Okay. 2,700,000. Okay. $100 times 50. That is 5,000. You have to pay that to the DNGM because DNGM will give the certificate of asset report. Right. So, you pay, you will be given a receipt from DNGM. So, as out of 5,000, you have to transfer the payment bank to bank. 40% down payment. So the balance, before the gold leave the country of origin, the payment must be fully paid. Or we can do that 40% down payment, then 60% the balance payment in your destination. But we will require you as a guarantee that you will not default the payment.
Yes.
And the seller's representative will come with you.
Yes.
Because you might run away from the 60% payment.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of the buyers are like that. Once the gold is in their hand, they will run away. Yeah.
They present themselves as if they will comply with everything. Then when it is time now to pay the balance, becomes a challenge.
Yeah, it is a challenge for them because they don't have the money. And on the contract, we will know which logistic that the buyer will clear in custom on his arrival, and which refinery that the gold will do the final assay. So on the contract must put everything. In case the buyer will run away, we know where to find the buyer. Yeah. Every details of the buyer must be on the contract. Business registration, passport copy, importation license, a refinery address of the buyer's destination, contact number, email. Because we will verify the buyer's refinery. Yeah. We will verify. You have not paid the 60%. You only paid 40%. Yeah. So you cannot just run away from us, especially you're talking to Elamina. Everything must be on the contract.
It must be. Yes. So now we have looked into the whole process of Mali. Now the difference with Conakry and Mali is that
are the same.
Mali
The same.
can make the same.
The same process. Yeah.
The same process.
Okay. Yeah.
So in Conakry as well, it's the government policy allows that you can do a down payment of maybe 40 and then 60 and then.
Not the government, the seller. The government has nothing to do. The government will only certify that you pay the gold to the owner of the gold. Yeah.
Okay. From the word of the seller.
Yes. The government is not the owner. The owner is the seller. So the seller will remit the tax to the government. Yes. Because the government will not give the certification of ownership that the buyer pays to the seller. Yeah. Most of the buyer, they misunderstood. There's a buyer right now in Conakry. Right now, I rejected the agent. We don't deal buyers already on the ground. We don't know him. A buyer that already on the ground that cannot find the gold, he is not a buyer to us. He's been window shopping for cheap price. That's why he couldn't find the gold. Yeah. You got me?
I got you. Now that we are done with Mali, Sierra Leone, is it the same thing as well?
The Sierra Leone is very strict right now, because when I was in Sierra Leone last year, the Ministry of Mine will make sure that the buyer pay to the owner of the gold in order to reflect the cash inflow. The Ministry of Mine will not give any certificate of clearance that the gold is free of illegal activities and the gold is paid by the buyer to the seller's bank account or to the exporter, because the exporter will process the paperwork on behalf of the owner of the gold. Right. So if you just been there if you're gonna just go there to Sierra Leone without knowing, you will fail. There's a lot of foreigner thinking they can get the gold. No, you will not get the gold. That is money. That is money you're buying. So if you don't have the money, how are you gonna get the money? Gold is a solid cash, and versus your paper money. It's really very simple. If you are very intelligent buyer, yeah. The buyer must inspect the gold first before the seller bring the gold to refinery, and the buyer has to buy metal box. He has to buy a metal box. I am not here to teach people. There was an Indian that very rough. And I told him, go back and read where you found me. Go back and read. I don't have time. I'm too busy to teach people. You're a businessman. You have to read. Yeah. No such broker is giving vital information. Information worth $1 million. And this bloody Indian, they're just time waster. They don't read. They said, Madam, help me. I want your help. No, I'm not. No one is helping us. See? That is why they're scared of Wilhelmina, because I'm very, very frank. Too bad if they don't like me.
They are going to like you one or the other in future. They are going to start liking you. Just wait and see.
Yeah, you have the money, we have the gold. If you don't have the money, good luck. Yeah. You can go somewhere else.
Because sometimes you just run and run. Only to find nothing.
They're running around.
If you
They're running around until you make an accident.
You make an accident.
So that is how it works. So I think I answer your question, Donald.
Yes.
Anything else?
In Sierra Leone. Yes. In Sierra Leone. Which refinery is used in Sierra Leone?
They are, I think, used to be GGO, but they changed the name. I don't know. I have to go back to ask my seller. They have a government, they call that a geological laboratory. They test the gold. Yeah.
GGO.
Yeah. But I think the GGO has changed the name, so I forgot the name, so I will double check. As if I am the buyer today, on my video, I encourage the buyer, spend money to buy a gold tester. You can buy, there's a gold tester worth $21,000, there's a worth $10,000. You bring your own gold tester. When you are in the office, you test the gold. Whether the gold is really 22, 23, or 96, 97. If you're not happy, don't buy. You just been there for holiday. Yes. No one is scamming you. You have to bring your gold tester. You like it? Okay, you're going to say, okay, I'll think about it. If you're not happy, okay, I'll get back to you. So, you can window shop after you test the gold if you don't like it. Yeah. Now, the Sierra Leone seller, they will charge you $100 for application for the visa. We're no longer giving the visa. Most of the buyers are wise. There was an Indian, we give him the visa. He went to Sierra Leone, and he doesn't want to see my seller. My seller applied for the visa, right? And he was dealing with the local seller. What happened? He lost money, $25,000. And then he come back to me. And I told him, you're bloody Indian, you're bloody dishonest. You're using me. Calling. You bloody Indian. And I blocked him. He is in Sierra Leone and he kept on asking, please help me. I said, why? I lost 25. That's not my problem. That is yours. You did not meet my seller. He went to Sierra Leone and he doesn't want to meet my seller. Okay? And he, not knowing that he was meeting with other seller. Okay, fine. He was just using on my seller. I told him, you paid the $100 for the visa. That is why I'm not going to entertain buyer unless the buyer is really sure. Now we are now charging the visa. When you come to Mali or Conakry, we will charge you the $100. We will add that into the price. We don't pay. We don't give a free anymore. This bloody Indian, they're clever. They're wise. And he kept on calling me, and I blocked him. I said, you're bloody dishonest. And then he said, oh, I was being scammed. I said, you are one of the scammer. You are one of the scammer. So he lost $25,000. See?
I think he called that to himself.
Another African Ethiopian buyer. He's a fake buyer. He sent money to the seller. And he only paid $4,000. And the gold is 1 kilo. And the $48,000 he was given. Oh, that bloody Ethiopian buyer. He lives in Brisbane. Yeah, if I mention his name, my goodness, he's going to be embarrassed. And the money was returned to him. Yeah. His deposit. I said to the seller, how much did you offer? Because we are fellow African. Don't believe on that. I told the seller, don't believe. Don't believe. And this bloody Ethiopian, used to be a refugee here, and he's really, he sent money to $4,000. The gold is 48, was only a gross. And the gold was not sent it to him because Sierra Leone said, the exporter said, oh, the buyer has to pay. And the buyer has no money, he only pay $4,000. He's going to sell it here in Brisbane, and then he will get the profit. So the gold didn't arrive. Another bloody African. I was talking to this bloody African. He used to live in Melbourne. Now he moved in Brisbane. And then he said he want to see me. And then when I asked him, now I'm ready to meet you. He didn't pick up my phone. So that bloody African again. Yeah. So I told this bloody African when he was talking to me 2019, do not be involved in gold business if you don't have the money. Do not. Keep your money. He cannot even afford to pay $48,000. He only pay $4,000. That $48,000 is gross. He didn't even pay the shipping cost and insurance. Yeah. See? So when you pay an insurance and RC cost and shipping cost would be $52,000, and he doesn't have $52,000. Both buyers and sellers are deceiving each other as well. See?
Yeah, yes.
So they come to me because they think that I can give them advice. I am not an agency here. I'm not. See, you see now? You know now my temper? These bloody people, they think you can make money. You can make money when you have a capital. You will never make money if you don't have a capital. They just dream. They're a big dreamer. Gold money is not for big dreamer. When you mine the gold, it costs the seller a hell of a lot. Every week my seller loses his worker because of the poison of the mercury, contamination of mercury. Yeah. So now I answer your question.
Yes, it's a lot of money invested. Yes, I think you have covered all the questions that I had.
Yeah, that's good.
I think for today, that's it. That's it for the questions.
Well, thank you very much that you asked question. At least when people hear our conversation, they would understand. These people have no idea. They think that gold is easy to make money. Yeah, you can make money if you have a capital. Yeah. The seller would not give his gold without any payment. I'm just only a servant of the day. I've given too much advice. These bloody people, excuse my language, they're just taking advantage of my information. Yeah, okay, I've given you free information, but when you travel, as I've said to every video, when I accompany you, I will charge my extra service. Very clear, there is no surprises. If you cannot afford my extra service to me, you are not a buyer. Does that make sense, Donald?
Yes. Yes.
So now when you have a buyer, you need to tell your buyer, can you afford to pay? How are you able to pay? That is the question you're going to ask.
Yes.
And then
That's a big question.
Yeah. And if the buyer will ask you CIF, then ask the buyer, define me the word CIF. You are an accountant, you should explain it to them.
Yes.
So you got me? You got me?
Yes.
So evaluate our conversation. I want you to summarize.
Well, what I can just say is that the process may differ, but slightly with countries. Like you were explaining, there are 3 countries of supply here. We have Conakry, we have Mali, as well as Sierra Leone. So the process is that first you put in an order, but for the order to be put in, you have to be evaluated first.
Correct.
Walamina has to evaluate you if you have the capacity to go into business.
Correct.
The sellers that are there on the page, that are offering what we are offering with the page. YouTube and Facebook, can go there to check it out.
Correct.
And after you pass the evaluation, that's when you can put in an order.
Fantastic.
That's when you can put in an order. You come down, do the inspection.
Correct.
And then when you are satisfied with your inspection, then you can do the down payment.
Correct. Correct.
Yes, you have done the down payment, and now you can go to the refinery
To taste the gold.
do the refining,
Yes.
test the gold, and see if it's actually 22 carats or 23 carats and 96% purity, like it was said from the beginning. So now, after that, when you are satisfied with the assay report, that's when you are going to
Transfer the payment.
now transfer the payment to the seller. Then seller will pay the government's taxes and get all the documentation required there. Then
Correct.
that's when the shipment can start.
That's correct. The seller will only charge the buyer 1% of shipping cost, 1% of insurance on the total sale value, in total of 2%. Whatever the total value of the gold, you have to pay 2%. The buyer needs to insure it. He needs to insure because that's big amount, big quantity. He needs to insure that. And the shipping agent will charge the charges. Yes. The shipping agent will charge the charges.
On saying that, let me also they need to understand that if the charge is 54,000, the 54,000 that is being charged is for the gold and taxes only. So
yes,
the 2% for insurance and shipping, that's different.
It's closing. It's closing. So, yeah.
Yes. So if you have calculated the 54,000 times the 20 kilograms, if you are buying 20 kilograms, you add that money, you multiply that, and you get this the total there.
Yes.
That's not all. You have to have that money plus another money for the insurance and shipping.
Yes.
After you have got that money as well, you've got to have the money out there, another amount for the if it's in Conakry, for the central bank, that is for smelting the gold.
Correct.
Okay, it's in the assay.
$100 per kilo smelting. Yes.
Which is $100 per kilo.
On 100 kilos. On 100 kilos, that is 21,600. The shipping cost and insurance. Yeah.
Yes. So
that's only a quotation, huh? Don't bank on it. That is only a quotation. Yeah. It depends on the price of the gold. It varies day to day. Yeah. Did I mention to you in our conversation before? I sent a package through DHL. And the DHL opened my package on the box. And they transfer into DHL box. And they inspect my package. They value it. So they asked my receipt, how much in each package, the value of each products. So the value was 544 plus, I think. And I was being charged by DHL of 240 plus the insurance of $25, right? So 240 plus 25. That is at 265. I pay the DHL. I don't have any complaint. I need to insure, because what happened if my package would be stolen, would be missing? So I can claim the insurance. Buying gold, exactly the same. There's no difference.
Yes.
There's
no difference here.
See? So you got my point now here?
Yes.
That is impossible. Buyer would not understand. Only that buyer doesn't understand. He's a time waster. I don't have time to teach people here. I'm just giving you the answer to your question. And this video, everybody will be benefit. And I always tell everyone on my video, do not be involved in gold business if you don't have capital. Do not. You will fail. 100% you will fail. Asking CIF and LC, you will fail. Because Africa doesn't entertain CI credit. This is cash business. Yes.
Well, I think this is the simplest form that we can really go up down to. One must say. I think what we have put it to, it's actually the simplest form for everybody to understand.
Exactly.
I think you have explained it. I have tried to summarize from a learner's perspective. So I think it covers everyone. So now when the calls come in now, they should be coming in with a better understanding.
And
they are not really going to ask questions that are not necessary.
If the buyer dealing with
he has to be ready.
Donald, if the buyer dealing with chain or broker, I can guarantee the buyer will fail. Why? The buyer has to pay his broker, because we don't pay double commission here. We don't. We give the buyer a discount in order for the buyer to get the profit. I'm very kind and generous. Assuming you're going to bring the gold to Wilhelmina, I will compensate you as a referral. Once only. Because my seller would not pay. I am giving you my work. I am giving you a gesture of goodwill. Yes. But most of the joker, broker, chain or broker, how much is my commission? Failure. Because I'm going to reject it. Too messy. And then if you're going to be rejected, they will accuse you of scam. Their blood is scammer. They don't understand the meaning of scam. You got me?
But I think if you are in business, if you are truly in business, or you are trying to be in business, the first motive to your understanding should be first business, then money later.
Correct.
I mean, that's the first perspective of everything.
Correct.
Not just come first and then you are talking about the results before you really put in some work.
Okay.
So when somebody comes and that person talks about commission, it just shows that he's only committed to money more than really making the business work. So if it happens that money comes across him, you must just take the money and leave the business. So it shows you the kind of person.
He's a scammer.
That person is true.
He's dishonest. Yeah. I'll tell you, we are now on the social media. I created my virtual online store. My page is huge. That is my online store. Everybody come to my page. So if you read, you will gain knowledge. If you don't read properly, you will be a loser. Because there's no such broker putting everything online. I was the one who put it. I created my page as a virtual online store. You come into my page, you read it, you digest it, then you said, okay, well, Amina, I understand. I read the full corporate offer. Now it's about time for me to place an order. Yes? And then if you're going to say, how much is the price is already online. Less discount. You just read it. Digest it properly. Then when you are ready, you come back. Because Wilhelmina is not forcing you to buy. It's not. You read it, you like it, then you place your order. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But most of the people, most of these people that who come to my page, they don't understand. They are just time waster. I call them online joker broker. They're dodgy. They're tralala. When I was in Ghana, Donald, 2013, there's so many foreigners at Accra Shopping Center. Some are haggard, some wearing t-shirt, smoking outside Accra Shopping Center. Now, my driver said, Madam, look at this foreigner. They are just like a prostitute. I said, why you call them prostitute? Madam, you know the prostitute in the evening, they look for men. These people here, they're looking and looking and looking. I said, you don't need to do that. So when I was staying in the hotel, I met few Americans. On the happy hour, I introduced myself. Hi guys, good day. So, oh, you're from down under. I said, yes, I'm from Australia. What are you doing here? So, oh, madam, we're buying gold. Really? Have you found one? No, madam, there's so many scammers. I start to wonder. Yeah. I said, why you said that you so many scammers? How long you been here? 1 month, madam. Really? And have you found one? No. Oh, something wrong with you then. I told this American guy, something wrong with you. I said, so you know, madam, I'm ashamed to return to United States. I said, why? My buyer put money into my bank account. I overspend the money. Can you say that? Yeah. Yeah, I told this American broker, you should not do that. You were given, that was 2013. The price of gold was only 45,000 during the time. And I told him that 100,000 you can buy 1 kilo or 2 kilos. And then he's now brokering. Madam, I'll give you the buyer. How much is my commission? Oh my goodness. See? That is why the sellers said, these foreigners are thieves as well. Both buyers and sellers are scamming each other. Yeah, in Ghana. Both of them.
But I mean, the thing is, when people see your vulnerability, that's when they are going to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
They are seeing that you are not really serious about anything.
Yeah.
So when they see that, they see an opportunity. So others who come with cunning ways, and they will tell you, you know what, this is how we are going to help you, because you've already seen that you are desperate and you are vulnerable. So
I feel
when
so.
you start losing,
I feel sorry, Donald. There was an African guy. He brought his gold nuggets in Ghana, and he come to see me. He was wearing a nice suit, very smart guy. He's a businessman. I think from other part of Africa, and he was stuck in Ghana. Okay, and he begged me to pay his taxi. Yes, and I said to him, "Why I'm gonna pay for taxi for?" So, madam, I'm stuck here. I said, "Why?" I brought nuggets. It's in the security company, and the buyer deceived me. He doesn't have the money. Now the demurrage of my nugget is killing me. And he was hungry. He wear a nice suit, very smart African guy, a businessman. I feel sorry. The taxi was waiting for him. I give him $100. And he was very thankful. Can you imagine? And I said to him, you should not bring your gold here in Ghana because you don't have a license to sell. He thought that the buyer will buy the gold. Now his nugget is stuck in Ghana. I forgot his name. I have a picture, but I lose it because every time I meet a person, I take a picture for a souvenir. He was wearing a nice suit. He's a very smart African. I think in his country he's rich, but he was stuck in Ghana. He was running out of cash. Yes. Can you imagine that?
He was coming from where?
I think he was coming from other part of Africa. I forgot. He come to see me because he saw my advertisement that I'm in Ghana, 2013. And he was really very polite and very smart. And I observed his body language. At the end of our conversation, he was asking help, money to pay taxi and food. Yes, I gave him $100. Yeah. So that's why I know Ghana ins and out. That's why I don't touch Ghana. I don't touch Ghana at all. I fired all of my sellers in Ghana. I fired them all. They're all devious. They're all devious. They screwed me. Yeah. No matter how nice am I, I don't trust Ghana seller. Ghana is a nice country. It's a very nice country. And you're gonna meet them 9 o'clock, they will show up 12 o'clock. Wow. What a bloody wrong business protocol. Yeah. Your appointment 9 o'clock, they will show up 12 o'clock. Can you imagine that? How are you gonna improve? I was talking to the one waiter in the hotel. Is this your style here? Meeting appointment? You show up 12 o'clock. Oh, madam, we are not accustomed. My goodness, in Australia, you cannot do that. Appointment 9 o'clock, you make sure 9 o'clock. Yeah. And so, where are you? I'm in the corner. I'm in the corner. Which corner? Oh, this bloody African as well. Bloody hell.
Simple business protocol. I mean, business principle. If you are in an agreement with somebody to say, I'm going to do this by this time, if there is no spontaneous challenge, you have to definitely do it that time.
Exactly.
Because unless it's a matter of agency that came in before you could do that.
Even in Conakry, right? I took my buyer, 2 buyers, and the driver said, "Madam, I'll pick you up with the buyer." I said, "What time?" 9 o'clock. Are you sure? Say yes. No. You come in the hotel. I will buy you breakfast. You come and have breakfast with me. I want you to come exact 7 o'clock, or else you're fired. Or they come 7 o'clock. I feed them. Yeah. Have breakfast with me. Have dinner with me. Come early. Yes. I train my driver in Conakry. Yes. One time the driver said, "I'm coming." I said, "Where?" "In the corner." "Which corner?" "Which corner?" So, "Madam, I'm coming." "Bloody hell, what time?" "Soon." "What time is soon?" So I have to be strict with them because they're really bloody slow. They are just taking for granted. And I told them, you will never progress if you are very slow. You must leave 1 hour before the meeting because of the traffic. So now they learn from my speed. Yeah. When I was in the office, I swear, all of them. Even the father said, "My goodness, this woman, very tough." Yeah. I scold him, "Bloody hell, you people." See? So the father used my language.
That's how.
Yeah?
That's how they learn. Yeah. If you're not tough, they'll never learn.
Yeah, I'm very tough. So now they are happy because they learn the way we Australians are doing business. Appointment 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Yeah. So I'm teaching them, I'm training them. So that's good. They learn from my speed. Yeah. That's why they called me Mother of Gold. Because I scolded them. Yeah. But
because you really are.
Sorry?
No, they are right when they say you're Mother of Gold, because you really are.
I'm bothering them. My goodness, you're very rich. You have plenty of gold. But your business is too bloody slow. So that's why they improved their performance. I rated their performance. That is the reason why I said to every buyer, you need Wilhelmina to be with you. Believe me. If I'm not around, you're going to be waiting for a few hours. You're going to be disappointed. To me, you will not be disappointed because I keep on calling and calling and calling. Yes. Yes. So now, I hope this vaccination would be available next month. I might travel to Africa. I will travel to Mali. Yeah, Mali, Sierra Leone, and Conakry. Yes, but I cannot travel because we are locked down here.
Yes, I think it's coming up very well. The vaccine.
Yeah.
Most of the countries they're really putting orders and they are buying.
I think next month we're now the vaccination is available. Yes, next month. Yeah. So Donald, thank you very much for our conversation. I think you all your question has been answered, and this is for everyone's benefit. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much, Donald, for finding Wilhelmina. Thank you very much that you have been following me, and I hope you will be successful as well. I hope your buyer would be real. All right. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.